I know there's a lot of stuff in schools where well, I didn't really like too much. Like I know a lot of school is kind of useless. Like they teach you kind of stuff that isn't like super practical in real everyday life, which is kind of
Definitely.
annoying. Like a lot of stuff in school is kind of useless, and I don't know. I know a lot of people are getting disenfranchised with like the education establishment and public school systems and stuff, and it's kind of super
Do you believe in
annoying.
public school at all? Like if we go
Um,
super hardcore on.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't. I'm not even sure if it's like inherently bad. I don't know if the issue is like the actual Department of Education or the concept of public schools, like the concept of paying taxes for
Mhm.
education.
Because in Canada
Um,
you do have
yeah,
private schools, right?
we have private and public schools, but public schools are the dominant like form of education.
To what
Um,
percent, like, would you
I'm not sure
estimate?
the exact percent, but it is a large percentage. The actual Department of Education gets a lot of money, many billions of dollars, and
So it's
it is
more
more.
socialist in that way than the U.S., for
Yeah,
example.
it's definitely more socialist than the U.S. I would say.
And it's been like that
Uh,
for a long time, I guess.
yeah, it's been like that for a long time. Although there are private school options, there are ways, and the private schools aren't particularly expensive. I mean, it depends on like what your budget is, but
Well, what would you estimate the percentage? Just
well,
that, like, we get a some type of estimate.
mm, are you talking about like how much private schools cost,
No,
or?
no, no. Like, how many people? If you take 100
Oh,
people.
I would say 95%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say it's a high.
Okay.
I mean, that's an estimate.
Yeah,
But what I do know is the cost of private education, just because it's around $3,000 a year, which to a lot of people is probably not affordable. But I mean, it's one of those things where
that's for
some people,
private school.
yeah, for private schools,
That's not too
3,000.
much.
Yeah, it's not too much. At least when I grew up, that's what it was. I don't know what it is now. I'm sure it's probably more money now, to be honest.
Like we're paying 6,000 per
Yeah, I
semester,
know,
so that's
but that's
12,000.
but I'm talking about actual school, like elementary school, junior. I'm talking about people in like third, fourth, fifth grade. I'm talking about like
Mm,
universities. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's one of those things where I don't know people are willing to like spend on like elementary school or
Is that gonna be the same
junior
cost
high or
for
whatever.
high school students and elementary students?
I think it probably goes up a bit for high school, but it's around that range. But that was how much it was when I was growing up.
Did you go to public school?
Well, I actually went to private school
Really?
for a bit, and then I went to public school. The thing what people don't understand about public school is that it's not like they're like it depends on which one you're like. They're not all bad. It depends on like which ones like you can get into. So it's kind of like depending on like because a lot of public schools are very good. It just depends on like your neighborhood and where
Hmm.
you are. If you're in like a maybe more poor neighborhood, it's not going to be as good.
Like
But
private school aren't isn't automatically better? Is that
oh
what
no,
you're
no, I'm
saying?
talking about public schools. Public schools,
Yep.
it varies, but private schools are actually pretty good. Universally, they're good.
Yeah.
But public schools, it's like very. It depends on where you're living.
Sure.
If you're in a
Sure.
low income neighborhood, you don't get much. There's not much tax revenue.
Yeah.
Obviously, the public schools are not going to be very good.
Is
Which
that
is
how they're
yeah,
funded through the
yeah.
the neighborhood?
No, I think it's like a provincial thing. It's
Okay.
yeah, I think it's more provincial.
Although if
Yeah,
you're in a lower income
yeah,
a neighborhood or community, then it's gonna be more a bigger load that the school has to carry,
yeah. I would say so.
which like more resources go
Yeah,
to things that aren't education, perhaps.
yeah. I think something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know. I don't know. In Sweden, do you have private schools in
we
Sweden?
do, but I would say it's even more rare than Canada. Like I was thinking about that. You said 95% approximately.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say Sweden is maybe 99 or even more.
Oh, okay.
Probably maybe 1 promille,
Oh,
one in
okay.
1,000.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Sweden is very
Yeah.
socialist.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of the HH podcast. If you want to see another clip, click here down to your left. And if you want to see the whole unedited episode, click down here to your right. And last but not least, if you want to subscribe, you can do so here in the middle. Thank you.